Hey everyone, Old School Pokemon here, back again with the Pokeflipz podcast. Joined by my usual co-host, KetchumAllCollectibles Dan. How are we doing today, Dan?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Staying busy. First time ever on Pokeflipz. I've had it for a week and a half or so. But we got a new chair.
Yes,
I went
sir.
with the
Yep.
Pikachu one.
Got the
Way
security
better than
over
the
here.
regular one.
Did you go with like the footrest? Did you go with like the premium armrest? Did you go all out or?
I didn't go with the footrest. I didn't think I would ever use like the footrest or anything like that. So I didn't do the footrest. I did the better armrests. Then I got the XL version too. And I really like it. I think it's super comfortable.
They are nice.
I when the chairs first came out, I wanted to get one, but then I looked at how much they were, and it seemed like a crazy price. But it is actually like really good quality, and you can tell
Yeah.
that it's like way more supportive than the chair that I had before. So I really like it. I think it was a good purchase.
The chair cost less than my trip to the Turning Stone Casino last night, so the chair will last a long time. But the memories made last night with the homies, with Bierski and Spat, it was a good time. It was a good time. You're not really into basketball, right? That Knicks game, that was insane. I put a bunch of money on the Knicks -1.5. The line was -2, but I brought it down to -1.5 because I hate ties.
Mm-hmm.
But that ended up losing. When they were down 15 in the first quarter, though, I didn't double down, but I put a bunch on them to win, and so that one paid out. The initial bet didn't pay out, but Baccarat craps. I played craps for the first time. If Mr. ZNG Emporium out there is listening, he never taught me how to play craps, but Ethan did. So I got to play side by side with Ethan. Maybe we'll see him in chat, maybe not, but it was a good time.
That's good. That's good. How was Craps? Are you going to be going back there?
It was interesting. I don't know. I probably haven't thrown my last paradise. I probably will play at some point a little bit more in the future. I liked it once you do the initial bet. If you place the proper bets, there's no additional house edge other than just on your initial one. I was definitely doing that wrong at various points, though, thinking I was doing the bets with zero house edge, not doing the bets with zero house edge. But I think I have a better understanding now. I rolled at one point. I didn't have my money on the things that were paying me, sadly. But I rolled at one point without hitting a 7 15, 20 times maybe. Like I had a pretty good stretch.
Man.
Yeah. But I had my money on like 6 and 8, and I just kept rolling 5s and 9s and 10. Like I think I paid myself once or twice, but I don't even think I made money that time.
You just got to go big and bet all the numbers. That way you're guaranteed to win.
Yeah, guaranteed. Except when you 7 and then you don't win. Oh, here we go. We got a craps player in here, Pokemon. I haven't been to Vegas since Pokemon Saves the World. I would have targeted if it wasn't for it being Father's Day and having multiple other things going on. Then I definitely would have targeted Collecticon going to Vegas. But hopefully they go back next year, and hopefully it works out schedule wise.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be nice. So.
Krabby's credit says chairs, pinball machines, Pokemon Snap. Krabby's saying that I need to teach you about opportunity cost. I just left a lot of opportunity cost at the casino. I was talking about this with Spat and Bierski too, and I'm not gonna say any of the numbers or anything, but Pokemon messes my brain up. Like I still have the buckets and all that stuff, and all my ducks are in a row in January, early January of every year. But like beyond that, I go to buy something. I buy $1,000 chair, and it's like that's a third of a gray felt hat. That's
Yeah.
I put something in the frame of reference. It's like place a $300 bet on a hand of blackjack or whatever it is, and it's like that's so much money. But also, oh, I just made that when I 10 that card that should have gotten a 9. It definitely you send in a Moonbryon and you get a 10 on the card that shouldn't have gotten a 10, and it's like you just make thousands of dollars for doing nothing. It's definitely a bit dangerous. My relationship with money in certain instances. But yeah, just throw it all on black, full send. Roulette is
There
the
we
worst
go.
game. Roulette is
No,
terrible.
I love
didn't play
roulette.
any.
I love roulette.
The edge is so bad, and I get cooked every time I go stand next to you at the roulette table. But as always, I guess I should do the Pokeflipz thing. We're going to be here for the next 2.5 hours. If people have questions, feel free to fire away. We don't have any like major topic. I know, Nick, you're not like super in the know. You're not in many Discords or not that active in Discord. Was there any like massive news yesterday? It feels like we're in a dry spell for like massive hobby changing news. CT scanning, like some company buying some other company. There's no like huge thing going on right now for us to talk about.
I don't think there is. I don't think so. No, no. I think pretty much everything happened last week. We got more 30th leaks. That looks exciting. I'm super looking forward to the 30th. That looks like a really good set. It's gonna be depressing though. Its packs are gonna be so expensive.
It's gonna be $30 a pack for 5 cards, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a Pikachu in every pack. Is this true? I'm pulling up my website right now. Is Prismatic? Holy crap! Prismatic 1675, and that's pulled from TCG Player, which kind of lags. Ascended, I'm only showing at 1428, but again, I pull from TCG Player, which is kind of like lagging. I'm gonna go to actual TCG Player to look.
I think Ascended's around 15 still. Prismatic, I didn't know about. That's wild.
That's insane. Ascended is showing 17 on holy. Somebody just bought only 1,800 packs. Like it is a little scary that like all my live streaming, all my pricing, everything is based off of TCG Player. 1,800 packs is not a lot of packs, and the amount that it moves the market. Let me share. The amount that like relatively low volume moves the market price is a little bit scary. But yeah, look at this. Look at this.
Man.
We were fueling up the rocket down here. We were kind of like drifting down and then blast off.
Jesus.
Insane.
Wild.
So last week I had my dad here and he was in the live stream with me. I mentioned that one of his buddies, so not only is my dad investing in Pokemon, one of his buddies is investing in Pokemon, and he's like, yeah, I'll probably go in with like 10 grand and see what happens. 10 grand that he's willing and ready to lose and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, you know what? I think Ascended will get cheaper in the coming 6-12 months. So like, let's just start with, I bought him 360 packs of Prismatic and 140 packs of Ascended, with the idea that like I like Prismatic more at the time because it's just older, and I think Ascended is going to get cheaper. Prismatic may or may not, but I only put 5 grand in with the plan for coming weeks, months to put the other 5 grand in. I still think Ascended will come back around to some extent. I think I'll be able to add it, but I added it was $10 a pack flat for both Ascended and Prismatic, and it's been like a month, and he's up 50% probably. Like, what is going on? Absolutely insane. Absolutely
insane. If the Costco things ever come out, hopefully that'll lower Ascended a little bit.
Yeah, they're gonna have like their Sea and Sky equivalent thing with like 16 packs or whatever, supposedly.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing the extent to which we're booming. I've had Ascended on my hot buy list for the past few weeks at $12. I guess I'm gonna have to go up to like 13 or 14 in the
Yeah, I
cover
have to
week.
go up a bit on that. Gonna have to go up a bit on that.
That's insane. I mean, has every SKU for Ascended even released? I just got some stuff in. I forget if that was a wave 2 or if that was a unique product. I think that was just like a wave 2 of the poster collection or whatever it was. Rumors, no. Besides the Costco product, maybe more ancillary products. I'd be shocked.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'd be shocked if Ascended. Shocked is maybe the wrong word. I'd be slightly surprised if Ascended doesn't just get reprinted like crazy over the next year and a half. But Prismatic got reprinted like crazy, and look at what that's doing. So I'm not saying, I'm not by any stretch guaranteeing or even thinking anymore that it will go to MSRP. I think it should, but I don't think it will anymore. Absolutely
No,
crazy.
there's zero shot.
Nick's guaranteeing.
Not a chance. No. The Pokemon's so far behind on everything. They can't print enough of this. Hopefully they've been focusing on the 30th stuff, printing a bunch of that. But
here's a funny comment. I'm completely sure that the new Zard with the 30th anniversary stamp is going to be more expensive than the one from Celebrations. Do you think that will be the case? Will the new reprint Charizard? I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't imagine, unless it's like unless they do like a better texture or hollow pattern or something like that. I would imagine they're going to be around the same price, or the Celebrations will be more expensive, and then they'd kind of like long term they kind of stay like the same price.
Yeah, it I don't know. I just don't know anything anymore. I don't know that I ever did. Krabby says no more booster box reprints ever, apparently. Absolutely insane. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, it's been a long time since we've had a booster box reprint of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy McGee wants to know, are you Team Espeon or Team Umbreon for the promo? Let's see if I can get it on.
Gotta go Umbreon. Umbreon 100%.
Do we have a name for it yet?
Dan's just looking up what the promos look like.
I've seen them, but like I didn't heavily inspect them. I'm terrible at picking favorites. Let me get them on screen though. Just for the few people, if any. I'm normally not a big spoiler guy either, so I don't like hugely engage with them generally, but I would go Umbreon. You got all the fireworks going on.
Yeah.
But I like them both a lot.
They're both so good.
Tons of cameos. Yeah. I'm going to buy at any price. I'm going to buy a lot of them. I don't know what feels appropriate or right, but I'm going to take a look at the market, see what it's doing, and I'm going to buy a whole lot. And I'm going to be grading a whole lot of them, setting some back probably at some point.
What do you think for price point?
I have no clue. We don't even know what it's coming in yet, do we?
Let's say it comes in a collection box.
Well, I guess this is what it's coming in for Japan.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to get the Japanese ones too?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I'll definitely be hitting up Retro to buy a bunch of these. But like, is that going to be like the Gengar deck? You got the Gengar, the Haunters, and see, I don't know what else is in this.
I think it's all that stuff. Like, click on the picture above that.
So it's 6,200 yen. What's that, like $40 or something?
Something like that. Click on the two pictures above.
Oh, there we go.
I want to say it's that.
So it's like a 60. It's two half decks. It's two like 30 card decks probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then the damage counters and stuff. If MSRP's 40, and then tariffs, and if tariffs even exist, I don't even know. These might be Retro might be listing 150 a piece. Does that feel too high? Does that feel too low? That's like 4 times MSRP.
I was gonna say I think they're gonna be around. I think they're gonna be at $80 to $100. per promo. Because you had the Charizard that came the Mega Charizard from the Charizard UPC that came out around 50, and even that one dropped. It didn't drop much. It dropped down to 35, 40. And I think this one is just so much better. And
you also get it.
Yeah, that part's nice. So yeah, I think these promos are going to be expensive.
So what do you think you'll be able to buy the deck for?
I'm gonna say 150 to 200.
Wait, this isn't in it, is it?
I doubt it. If you get all 4 of those in the same deck, that would be wild.
Oh, okay. The numbering of the day Pikachu EX followed by Espeon EX and the night Pikachu EX followed by Umbreon, they could release as duos with separate day and night products. So these would come separately.
Yeah.
The special artwork promos will be promos in English that were released in special box products alongside the set, not reveal those products. Yeah, I don't even know anymore. Again, Spat and Bierski were just here today. We were talking about like first partners, and I love the product. I love first partners. I love the promos. I love the artwork. I hate the price, but I still I bought 1,000 of them. I bought 1,000 of them at $45 a piece or whatever it was. I hated paying that. That's what was our wholesale? I think MSRP was like 15 on those, and we paid like 9.
Yeah,
8 or 9.
10-ish. Yeah.
Like I hate buying them at 5 times my initial because I got some allocated to me, but not many. I love the artwork. I won't agree with the price, but I will still begrudgingly pay it and probably make too much money. And it's like that'll keep happening and it'll keep working, and as long as it does, and then at some point probably going to get cooked on something. But it's like if you lose half your money on something after doubling your money 50 times, who cares?
Yeah. No, it's wild. It is wild.
But yeah, definitely Team Umbreon. I think we had a couple votes in chat. We got Julia on Team Umbreon. Maybe that was the only vote. Couple more questions coming in. As always, continue leaving your questions. I have a couple things to start. Oh, this was one thing that like I've not been engaging much with PokeTube, and if there's any RuneScapers out there, Deadman All-Stars has been fantastic content. I've put aside all my podcasts. I've put aside all my PokeTube content, everything, all day long. I'm just watching the main cast. And today they're on break, but yesterday I was at the casino, so like I've been rewatching yesterday's broadcast today because they're on break. But that's been phenomenal. It's just a RuneScape tournament with like 30 big content creators, 6 different teams of 5 people, or 5 teams of 6, whatever it is. But it's most people won't care. Dance Dusted, RuneScape, blah blah blah. But if you're into RuneScape, the content is phenomenal. It's a lot of fun so far. But anyways, I'm aware of this. I'm way too online. I'm way too in Discord. Even though I've not been watching the videos, I've opened Instagram and I've seen Jason Page videos and Rattle and Opossum and all. And then it seems like it's been going in circles. It seems like this was stated, all the drama channels hopped on it. And then do you have anything that you can like fill in? Do you know what's been going on? Because it seems like there's been multiple back and forths.
So the whatever his name is, the vendor sold a Gengar to these little kids, or traded a Gengar to these little kids. He valued it at $150. He traded $75 worth of cards to these little kids for the Gengar. The little kids went to Jason Page, traded the Gengar for his signature. And then they came back to the original vendor and told him about it, and the vendor got all pissy, saying that it was a dumb trade. And that's the original video. And then Jason Page responded saying that the vendor actually scammed the kids, calling it a $150 card because it was heavily played. And the market on a heavy play card is $75. So in actuality, the kids did really good because Jason Page valued his signature at $150. And then the vendor made another response saying, I valued it $150 because of PSA 1 pricing is around $300.
Yikes. That's quoting PSA 1 prices, especially with PSA functionally closed sub 8. It's closed sub 80 for new cards. That's super dark. Again, like I've been watching a lot less PokeTube in general, but I've never deeply engaged with all the drama content because it's like the only complicating factor where like it makes me care a little bit. If this is 2 adults, I could not remotely care less, like whatsoever. When people talk about somebody charging too much or like the whole paywall drama, it's like adults choosing to buy or not buy other adults' items or services, or who cares? This being a kid, it's like, okay, if someone's scamming kids, like that's bad. But it just sounds like an absolute cluster of it's just a mess. And then it's all these people caring about it or pretending to care about it, all this outrage over stuff where like I don't think there's actually any victim. Is there? Like it seems like you followed it decently. Is there actually a victim anywhere? And
I don't know, because the kids were they obviously wanted to do the trade, so they were happy about it until they found out that the vendor said it wasn't worth it. But I think if they had just done the trade with Jason Page, they were obviously happy. So just let it be at that, and not have all this drama. I do agree. I think that's dumb that he charges so much. Because people don't value it like that. But yeah, no, the kids were happy, so just let it go.
As a true PSA 1 seller, I'm outraged. Grow up, Daniel. This is another one that like I'm aware that it's going on. Lots of people are talking about it everywhere. I tried watching one video and I just it felt like way too much and I did see that CoffeeZilla made a video yesterday. I was at the casino, so like I haven't watched it. I'll probably will watch that one.
That was a really good one.
Concise. The video I tried watching was like an hour long, and it just felt like context. This is being said by a guy who makes hour-long videos of just ranting, rambling nonsense. I've been ranting and rambling for my portion of the 23 minutes today already. But like, it was just a lot of. It felt like very little substance. It felt like very little building the foundation of like what occurred, and the guy was just like making these signs and these shirts and like, I don't know. I tried following along a little bit, and it felt weird. The whole vibes of it. It's like acting as if he's doing things fully by the book and with the law in mind, and then he's just like clowning around. I don't know. It didn't really intrigue me enough to continue down the whole thing. But if I get a nice like summed up 15-minute CoffeeZilla video that covers the points, maybe I'll understand it more. I think that I don't watch all of his videos, but I've watched a lot of them.
You might understand it. He definitely goes in depth.
54 minutes? I expected it to be like a 15-minute thing.
No, he goes real in depth in it.
Does he lay out the actual background? And maybe I watched the wrong.
You kind of do need to understand. He goes over it quickly. I think it'd still be a good watch for you. But
I might have watched the wrong video first. Maybe that's part of it too. Like I don't know.
No, because I think you want. It sounds like you watched like the original, like the Reckless Ben video.
The minifig saga takes place in the streets of Gielinor. Watch it. That's the world in which RuneScape is set. If it was in Gielinor, I would definitely be watching. No, I
No, that whole saga has been wild. It's actually crazy. Yeah, from
and
the Lego stuff itself is pretty wild, but then the corruption of the police just adds so much more to it.
which that sad to say, but that's like that's a thing. That is
Oh
a
yeah,
thing.
oh
There
yeah.
are people who know people who get favorable treatment. There are people who like get unfavorable treatment unfairly. Like that's just a sad part of the world we live in, which I guess I think everyone knows that, but I guess seeing it in a way in an adjacent space, Lego is kind of an adjacent space. I guess it's a lot more direct because we have Pokemon Lego now. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll have to give the CoffeeZilla video a listen next week after the Deadman All Stars season 3 is done.
There we go. There we go. Speaking of Lego, did you pre-order your Legos?
I was gonna ask you that. I went and I ordered every single one.
Yeah, I did too. I did too. I missed out on the Bidoof, not the Bidoof, the Ditto Squirtle. Like the free one. I think I went on too late. But I was able to get all the other kits. So I'll have to just buy the Ditto Squirtle on eBay.
Was there an add-on?
Yeah, if you ordered it through the Pokemon Center, if you spend, I think it was $150 or $130, you would get the free kit.
I missed that too, I guess. I didn't even realize that was a thing. I ordered mine. So when I saw it on Pokemon Center, some of them were sold out. So then I went over to Lego and I saw they were all there. So I just placed my order on Lego. I ordered 2 of all of them. So like I'm going to
Why?
I'm
Are
going
you
to build one
actually
with my
gonna build these
kids.
things? They look so ugly. They're
I like
so
them.
dumb.
Hold on. Look at this. I need that Quaxley in my
Oh,
life. Look at him.
stop it.
Look at him. I like him. Everyone's crapping on him. Like Mega Bloks was better. Get out of here. Look at this stuff. This is
They
amazing.
look so goofy.
They're Lego.
No.
I'm
Lego's
a fan.
good. It's supposed to be good. These are not good.
These are amazing. I love these. I'm so excited. But yeah, I ordered 2 of all of them because I need them.
I need them.
Yeah, look at this.
I do like, that's probably my favorite out of all the ones that just dropped.
Yeah,
do you know what is this smart play? Do you know what that is?
So there's some special brick. Some of them include the brick, some of them don't. But I don't know exactly what it does. But it has some interaction. Let's see. Smart play all in one. They make sounds. I guess maybe they make battle sounds or whatever. Yeah, you can give it food. You can give it. It interacts with different things.
That's kind of cool.
Here we'll learn more about the smart play together.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Smart bricks, smart tags, smart minifigures.
Oh, here I thought we were going to watch the video. We're just reading.
So yeah, they're just motion and sound activated. They
bring stories to life. Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Dan's going to look super cute playing his Legos on the train into the big city. So yeah, more start questions. Would you rather Pokemon catch up on printing Ascended or the 30th or something else?
The 30th. I want the 30th to be widely available at MSRP or less. Because I want to rip and build the 30th anniversary set. I'd love to do that again. I did that with Celebrations, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be able to do that with the 30th anniversary set. So yeah, I would almost hope I would wish that they just give up on everything and just focus everything on the 30th. Make the 30th,
Print
make
10 billion
everything
cards of the 30th.
Nothing in the 30th is worth money, and I would still love it.
There is no amount that they can print, is what I hear. There is no amount that they can print that would satisfy the market. So there's probably, I mean, if they print 50 billion cards of just 30th, I think this market could take it all. We're all rich, we're all loaded.
I honestly don't know if there is an amount. It's so good already, and we haven't even seen everything.
There are not enough trees on Earth that we can clear cut all the forests to suffice our investing and collecting and hoarding desires.
Just chop down the Amazon rainforest and turn it into a 30th anniversary product.
That's what we all want. That's what we all crave. This was about the decks. I don't think we'll get the same decks of the Espeon and Umbreon. I presume we'll get something like you had the Espeon Umbreon prismatic collection box. I presume we get something like that. Imagine if they were the UPC promos. I don't think we know what the UPC promos are.
The UPC would be so expensive.
Yeah.
You'd be looking at like $1,000 UPCs.
Honestly, like I would not be overly shocked if the UPC day one is like $500. And again, like the line of thinking that a lot of people operate under is that worst case scenario, just like 151, it'll be $1,000 UPC within 3 years. So like if that were, I don't believe that to be true, but I mean, I believe that it can be $1,000 within 3 years. But like if people thought that was guaranteed, why wouldn't you pay $500 on day one? Why wouldn't you pay $600 on day one? If you were going to double your money in 2 or 3 years, like if it was never going to go down, I don't ascribe to those thoughts, but it wouldn't shock me either. It would not shock me if it came out at $500 and then just slow drifted up to 1,000 within a few years. Like it's insane to even say that, but that is very plausible.
I don't think that's that hot of a take either, because what was the Celebrations UPC when that came out? I want to say it came out around 400 and then dropped down to about 300. So it's like similar to the Celebrations UPC, and I think you just have so much more interest nowadays than you did back in 2020 or 2021. Yeah. So yeah, I would not be surprised in the slightest if it came out at 500.
And that goes back to the conversation. I forget who posted it, but like the 30th Charizard might be more expensive. And I mean, it'll be interesting to see that dynamic. The 30th is going to come out in a world where the cheapest PSA grading is $80. And that $80 grading, how long is that going to take? 3 months? Like the 80 will not be super quick. Maybe it'll be 2 months or something. But like who's going to do it? Who's going to send 50 Charizards at 150 a piece?
There's going to be people. It's going to
definitely will. There definitely will be people doing that. Is price even a thing anymore? Everything is getting bought. It's everything is just absolutely bonkers right now. I cannot comprehend the extent to which we're booming. It's so nutty. Absolutely insane out here.
It is. It is.
Julia's a buyer even at 500. Yeah, I mean, if you're a collector, like it sucks. It absolutely sucks. If you're doing business in the space, the liquidity, the margins, the prices, just it's crazy everywhere. Remember the toilet paper shortage during COVID? 90% of the shortage came from average people buying one extra package or buying one even if they don't need it. Trading cards are now toilet paper.
Yes, that's a good analogy right there. That makes sense. That makes sense. Even Chinese product is going insane right now. Remember how we talked about Chinese exclusives last time with
Oh
Legends
God,
Lugia? Those
they've
those
gone
have like
nuts.
doubled since then. It's wild.
So obvious.
All the gem boxes, like Gem 2 is now $90 a box. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Gem 2, the Eevee one, is $90 a box. Gem 3 just got more expensive than Gem 1 or something. One night they flip-flop. So now Gem 3 is expensive too. Gem 4 and 5 are still available. But yeah, no, even like the Chinese product is going insane.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Everything is going nuts. Sorry, I just had to send a text. But yeah, everything is going absolutely nuts. We're booming like mad. James said in Discord the other day, he said, we're not even booming anymore. This is just our new normal. So this is not like
it very well could. When does it stop becoming a boom and just becoming the new market?
Yep, that's what James said the other day in Discord, and it's like this is not even boom. This is just the world we live in now. Imagine when we boom. Imagine when 30th actual releases and the UPC comes out at $500 and that's the normal price, and then we boom because the 30th is so amazing, and then it's $1,000 3 months later. Absolutely insane.
Wild. It is wild.
This one I should have taken when we were talking about the Espeon Umbreon deck thing, but it's not my only source, but I'm probably just going to reach out to Retro when the Gengar decks came out. I think I bought 400 of the Gengar decks through Retro. I bought a couple hundred elsewhere. Same thing with the McDonald's Pikachus. I bought a couple hundred through Retro, and I bought a couple hundred elsewhere. He's often very solid pricing. He's not the absolute lowest, but it comes down to like, what are your connections? What's your risk tolerance? He's not going to scam you. And yeah, I usually just pay him the 5 to 10% markup, whatever it is, and let him do the work. And I just do it as quickly and easily as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You buy through him mostly, or do you like go to buy, or do you? There's a lot of people on Instagram who sell all the stuff too, but
Yeah.
it's just I know Retro, and I'd rather just pay him some margin and make it easier on me.
Yeah, I think Retro is definitely the easiest for sure. I Walrus does like the buy stuff. So like signals and all that. And then Sealed, I do some other guy on Instagram. Who's in Japan. So it's a little bit cheaper, but then also you definitely have a language barrier, which is kind of annoying sometimes. Like he does good. He speaks pretty good English, but there's definitely times where we've had like miscommunications on stuff. So Retro is definitely the simplest option.
My Cambodian cards are primed to 1.2x next. But yeah, those are the main places that we buy Japanese stuff. Thoughts on Nick selling $2 singles once again on eBay? Nick, you mad?
Oh, I don't know if you saw my video. Did you see my video? You didn't comment, so I figured
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Hey, Dead Man All Stars, season 3.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna look up your eBay right now. 402 items. That's it. We're slacking.
Huh?
You only have 402 items in your store. That's it.
Hey, that's up like 200 items there.
I guess we're booming so hard that they just all sell and then they're gone, right?
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Let's see. High.
No, we are back. We are back selling dollar singles. We're never gonna get back into like the bulky stuff, like the 99-cent singles. But
$1.99 the floor.
Yes, $1.99 is a new floor. I'm actually really surprised with how many are selling. Because I think little over 200 listings right now of like the single stuff, and so it's not like I have a ton listed, but I'm shipping out like 30, 40 orders a day.
Are
Which
these
is,
all one-offs?
some of them have one, some of them have quantity. It just depends.
Are these just from collection buys?
Yeah, yeah. So it's basically stuff like dumb Pokemon. Oh, sorry, Krabby, we got a Kingler there. Just like stupid Pokemon that people like. It's not exciting to run in a live stream. So like any collection that I'd buy, I just kind of organize and put these cards into a 5-row and do nothing with them. So I figured now was a good time to kind of do something with them. And I'm actually really happy with how things are going with them.
I didn't see a single sleeve listing. What are we doing?
We don't have sleeve listings yet.
Yeah. What are you using for listing these days? Because I haven't created an eBay listing in so long, and it's crazy to me that there are these new apps and these new things, automated tools where you scan them in bulk, 500, 1,000 cards at a time. You can list like 1,000 listings in like an hour.
I don't use any of that. I still
crazy.
do everything manually. My big thing is I like the format that I use. I like
Nick,
doing all
that
the
is
item
crazy
specifics.
work, Nick.
No, I like doing all that. I like the item specifics, which I don't. Maybe you can do that with like an actual listing tool. I just haven't worked into it at all.
I think they do that. I think they do a lot of the. Let me unshare. I don't want to.
The last time I looked, they didn't do a great job with the item specifics. But this was years ago, so it could have changed. But then, yeah, the other part of that was I don't want to list like hundreds of cards in a day. So I don't want to have more than, I think 50, 60 orders in a day is where I'd want to be. Because that takes about an hour and a half to package all that. And I don't want to be having many more than that. So I'm kind of just listing stuff slowly. And then as my sales kind of ramp up to where I get to 50 orders a day, then I'll stop and wait for it to go down and then list a little bit more again.
I'm looking at the listings of somebody that I know uses one of those tools, and they have thousands and thousands of listings in their store.
Mm-hmm.
They have every item specific.
Really?
They're doing card name, they're doing attribute, color, they're doing character, stage, card number, they're doing illustrator, they're doing everything. They have like 25 item specifics. Nick, you not using the one that I'm familiar with is Card Uploader. I think there's like 5 or 10 of them. There's a lot of options.
There's a lot of them, yeah.
Somebody, let me see if chat's saying anything, but I'm not actively doing it, but I know that it is wild that you are not using it. I've done consults with a couple different. That's actually one of the store that I'm looking at right now on eBay. It's somebody I did a consult with, and like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane how quickly you can take a stack of 500 cards, and what would have taken. I used to go to pkmnscans.com, and I used to download all the images, and I used to go like, oh, I'm going to list all my Phantom Forces playsets. And I would have like my default thing. I'd sell similar. I'd go from my Versus Seeker to my whatever other item, and I'd manually type in. I'd delete out. I'd change the set number. That is not the world we live in anymore. So these ones that you have, you did that process. Walk us through how you made these listings. What I was just saying.
No, yeah, literally just type it all out. Add the item specifics.
Sell similar
in the description. Yeah.
Nick, it is 2026.
I know. I'm not convinced. Does it? I don't know.
How many
I'm
listings
not convinced.
does that,
It
does
doesn't
anyone
take
in
that much time to create a listing.
Tate Sparks, what's your eBay? Can we use your eBay as an example? Is it? I'm going to see if Tate Sparks exists as an eBay. Somebody that uses Card Uploader or otherwise, let us know your eBay so that we can look at your listings. It is like how many listings are you doing in an hour? Would you have to say Sparks Media? Let's find Sparks Media.
I'd say I don't know 30. I'd say 30 to 40. 40 would probably be a good number.
Okay, so we've got our guinea pig here. Thank you, Tate Sparks, for letting us look at your eBay. Oops. I was trying to share screen and I turned my camera off. But Tate Sparks, if you care to share, like how many listings can you do in an hour? But like here's a Shadowless Vulpix. I don't know what the S is. This is some international. Where's this from? Oh no, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
What site are you on?
I must be on.
They must be thinking your location isn't in the US.
Yeah, I googled Sparks Media eBay, and then it brought me into this like international version of eBay. But anyways, look at the scan. Beautiful scan, front, back. You can see the actual card, damaged Shadowless Vulpix. Look at all this. You're not doing all those.
The item specifics.
It does everything. And it's probably not always going to be perfect, but I think it's better than a human would be in most instances. And I'm telling you, maybe 50 to 200 per batch for my sanity. You can do 500 or more at once. Again, like I've heard of people doing 500 plus cards in an hour. Like literally, they need to be, and maybe some of them might do them with card sleeves. But anyways, if you had a stack, I don't have a stack next to me. If you had a stack of 500 cards, like literally hands on the table, stack of 500 cards, start the clock, you would have them all scanned, listed, priced, everything in under an hour.
I don't know. Might be something I have to look into again.
Yes.
I still don't think it's worth, because how much are you paying? That's the other thing. Like, how much do you pay a month?
It's not much.
Okay.
I mean, that would be worth a lot of money. Cashmere Games mentioned as well. Let me check out Cashmere Games. Appreciate you guys letting us check out your stores, guinea pig you. And Cashmere, $10, Tate Spark says. Okay. Cashmere, let us know how many cards you're able to list in an hour, approximately. Again, actual scans, everything priced, bunch of Riftbound stuff, but League of Legends Riftbound. You're seeing the actual card. You're getting a bunch of item specifics, and you're doing it so efficiently, so quickly. It's crazy to not be using one of those things. Like I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of listings by hand. I mean, 10,000 plus probably. But to be doing that in 2026, Nick, like it's not that you're listing $1.99 cards, it's the way you're listing them. What kills me.
But then the other thing is, I don't want to be listing a ton of cards at once. I don't want to have all those orders. So.
Why even do them at all then, right? If you're gonna do it, like do it. I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Impossible. No one owns 500 cards. So yeah, hundreds per hour. The automation. I need to make a video. Honestly, I need to educate myself because like I'm aware of a lot of different things out there. I bet I still have workflows that are very archaic that don't make any sense. But the amount of apps, the amount of ability to automate, price things, list things, it is obscene how far we've come. And it's like it's accelerating. Yeah. Wait until we get the Roka Sifter Roca Sif stuff. Well, I guess you don't even have to because you just scan it and then it scans your image. It titles it from your scan. It prices it from your scan. And if you're doing it if you're doing it with just bulk cards or whatever, you price things based on vibes. You get an eBay store of thousands and tens of thousands of items, and then the sale quantity can just be nutty on eBay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, like I'm shocked at how I do not remember selling this many singles every day. Back when I was actually having a ton of inventory on there. It is wild how many like low end singles are selling.
Yeah, and this says 500 to 1,000 an hour.
Man,
I know I asked. I don't know if I forgot the answer or if you didn't answer, but what do you do? Like, you're not doing more than 50 an hour, probably, right? It's got to be at least a minute a listing for you.
yeah, no, I would say it's probably about 30, 40, somewhere in that range.
Nick,
that's good for me though. If I'm
Nick,
listing 20 cards in a day, do I really need this automated software to upload to do it quicker? I don't know.
Instead
I'm
of
not convinced.
20 cards a day every day for a month, do 600 in one day in 1 hour.
I don't want to do that because then I'm going to have 1,000 orders to ship out the next day.
This is hurting my brain. Nick, we're booming. I have a dime on my desk. Nick, don't be sitting around. It is profitable to pick a dime up off the floor, but like Nick is picking dimes up off the floor while it's like raining $100, not even $100 bills. It's just like bundles of hundreds flying everywhere. Nick's picking up the dimes on the floor. Yeah, that's probably it to some extent. Folks are getting so tired of not finding product, they're finally breaking down and buying singles. But like,
yeah.
Years ago, that was always a thing too. Like, it's probably significantly more today than it was then. But yeah, it's insane. It's Phantom Cards. I think that's a YouTube channel that is being recommended for. I'm assuming for like the workflow of. Or is that? I don't know if that's an eBay or a YouTube. Oh, it's a YouTube. So go check out It's Phantom Cards for.
What are they?
It must be conversation around like listing individual singles and stuff. But yeah, not something I'm probably ever adding back to my daily workflow. But if it's what you're doing, there's a lot of efficiency gains that could be had. Or you can just do what you've been doing, do what you were doing 12 years ago, go one by one like Nick, and you'll never be overburdened with money flowing into your account.
See? Exactly.
Oh, Cashmere echoes the sentiment, so of a good channel shout. Nick would have been yelling at the machines during the Industrial Revolution. Oh God. So we do. I've been terrible at taking questions in a timely manner. This was back when we were talking about the 30th. If there's actually a God pack chase in the 30th anniversary that's 1 in 10,000 plus packs, what do you think that does to Pokemon going down the magic route with insane chases? I think serialized is inevitable. I don't think we're getting it anytime soon. That would break everything. Everything is already broken. Imagine they make like you have a 1 in 10,000 chance to get a serialized 1 of 100, 1 of whatever, Moonbreon or Umbreon or Charizard or whatever it may be. That would break everything. But I think the 30th, it's crazy because simultaneously, I think a lot of optimism for the 30th is baked in. A lot of the 30th is priced in. But simultaneously, I think a lot of it's priced in, and I think a lot of things will go up a bunch around the 30th. It's crazy that it's both priced in and not priced in enough. but that's truly what I think. And at some point, I'm coming around to the bull side too much. At some point, it's got to go the other way because like I'm a year ago I was fighting the good fight. I think every set will go under MSRP as every set has in the past. I'm extremely likely going to be wrong on Destined. I'm extremely likely going to be wrong on Prismatic. I would wager now that Ascended will never go under MSRP. I know that it could, but like I don't think it will. I think Perfect Order is very close, and I think we're gonna have some dominoes fall, but I think there will be several sets that never really sniff MSRP, even for the
Oh,
loose pack.
I think that's the Lucast of warm takes ever.
I mean, people thought that was a guarantee a year ago, and they've been right? Like,
and they're going to continue to be right.
Yeah, I don't need to hash out why, outcome, correctness of decision, blah blah blah. Who cares? You know what I saw last night, Nick? We're blackjack people.
What?
I saw somebody hit 17 against an
What?
8. They hit 17 and they got a 2. And they won.
God.
Stuff like that. It's like if you're gambling and you decide to stay on 16 knowing that it's suboptimal, if you decide to hit your 17, I was busting the dealer's chops like can I double my soft 11? Like having blackjack, can I double my soft 11? I'm all good with like people trolling, intentionally doing something like suboptimal because they just want to. It's gambling. Have fun. But like if you're hitting 17 thinking that that's the proper thing to do and then being rewarded with like winning, doing something horrific, thinking you did something right, that is just so scary to me. So scary.
Yeah, the hitting on a 7, that's wild right there.
That's one of my favorite things about blackjack is like seeing what some of the people will do. And then there was some lady that like she just always placed the min bet on blackjack. She's like, I don't like blackjack. She only played it for match the dealer. She had in a span of like 5 hands, she had like 3 6 of clubs. And I think the dealer ended up matching one of them at one point. But some of the streakiness was just insane. The dealer kept getting a 10 of hearts an unbelievable amount of times within a short span. But yeah, so some of the conversations, some of the people you see, we saw a guy get in a lot of trouble with his girlfriend, wife, whatever that was. That was funny.
Oh God.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was a losing too much money thing. I don't know if it was not being at the right place at the right time thing. But anyways, yeah, I think if there's a God pack in the 30th, like Arceus save us.
I think he's saying like a god, like a card that you can only pull from a god pack.
Oh,
that would be wild. It would be so expensive.
Like instead of just getting the normal SIRs that you can get independently, like that would be interesting. 5 card packs, right?
6 card
or 6 card packs. Say yes. So theoretically, if there was a god pack, 1 in 10,000 bucks, you get a god pack. You get like 3 or you get 5 cards that are normally from the set, but like bangers from the set, and then you get a god pack exclusive Mewtwo or Charizard or Pikachu, or that would be insane. Imagine they did something like that and it wasn't spoiled and it wasn't anywhere and it wasn't like, you know how there's 30 Pikachus? Imagine it was like the 31st, like it was, but it's not numbered. That would be insane.
That'd actually be really cool.
Oh, okay. See, I've not been keeping up on spoilers. Clearly, I guess that's what the rumor is. That's what the speculation is.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Interesting. No, they would never do that. I can't
that would
see.
Be
not right now. But no, that'd be really, really cool if they actually did, and it would be kind of cool because we'd kind of have we'd have a better idea on like how many packs were made based off of like how many are available. You'd kind of have a little bit better of an idea.
That's one thing that I've always said about serialization. I know people don't love it, they don't want it. One thing I love about it, say they come out with a set this year and there's 100 serialized Charizards. Most of those that get pulled will get graded. And a year from now, if there's 20 graded, it sets a floor roughly for like what amount would have been opened. And if you like say 20 years later, if there's 90 of the 100 graded, it's like, okay, there is not much surviving sealed product in that world.
Yeah.
That's been a thing with sports for so long now. I guess someday maybe I'll try to go down this rabbit hole, but like I think Nat Turner is a collector of like numbered out of 10 sports cards from the 90s and numbered out of 50, whatever it was. I wonder how many of those were pulled and how many of those like still remain sealed. I remember that was a thing. Like when the not it wasn't the One Ring because there was only one of those, but what was that promo? Chocobo?
I have no idea.
Golden Chocobo or whatever it was in one of the Magic sets. I think somebody was publicly tracking how many of those were pulled and the serial numbers and this and that. And it's really cool to get like some kind of insight. Because like Evolving Skies, there's so many layers of like, we have no clue how much was printed. Of what was printed, we have no clue how much remains. But you'd get a little bit more insight. If every set had a serialized card, you could get some more relative idea on how much Ascended is open relative to Prismatic, relative to 151. Like, we can't do it now, but it would be really cool if we could have. Yeah, the Chocobo, I was right. Final Fantasy. And do we know, like, I want to say there was a big number out of 77 that were validated to have been pulled. Golden Chocobo Tracker. That's literally the website, Golden Chocobo Tracker app. Like this to me is so cool. I'll share this page. I understand everyone's argument against like not wanting serialized, but like there's 77 of them that exist, and here's documentation found by the person, the date it was found, scan of the cert, if it's graded. This is really cool, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I like that. I think it would be cool for Pokemon. It's just we can't do it in a boom.
Yeah, and then you get some semblance of an idea, and clumping and yada yada yada. But 44 out of 77 are found. 4/7, what's that, like 60-ish%? Oh yeah, right there, 57.14%. That gives you a baseline, relatively speaking. And as crazy as it sounds, like one of them might have got pulled by a kid and put in their pocket, put in their binder, never see the light of day. Like I'm sure there's some amount of attrition even on crazy cards like that.
Yeah.
That is, and in a vacuum, I don't really know what to make of that. But if you had 20 sets that all had serialized cards, and you could compare this set to that set to that set, you could kind of get like the relative nature of what one product is open relative to the other. That would be I feel like I remember hearing someone talk about that. So with 44 having been found, the odds, if they were randomly distributed, the odds that none of them were found in the 70s is very, very unlikely. So there's all these different tinfoil hat conspiracies on what they did with that number 70 to 77. But yeah. And anecdotally, and I don't know, Nick, if you have enough data or memory to say, we're ripping a lot more Ascended than we did Prismatic.
Oh yeah.
We ripped 25,000 packs of Prismatic last year. We're gonna rip more than that in 2026. We've ripped 17,000 packs of Ascended already, and it's really not slowing. Like we did as much in May as we did in February. It's not slowing down. The biggest thing was like Ascended slowed down a decent bit, and then it had a couple different spikes here and there. But Ascended has just been ripping all year. Yeah, let me see. Prismatic. I can't share these spreadsheets because they're just so messy and they include everything. But yeah, Prismatic. We had months. We had months where we ripped only 500 packs of Prismatic, and then it spiked to 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. Like it was. But the floor for Ascended so far, and I'm sure it will cool a little bit. But our lowest month for Ascended was 3,200 in March.
Man, no. Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't know any of the numbers, but it's been similar. Where Ascended is definitely seems a lot more consistent. Like Prismatic nowadays, nobody rips Prismatic right now.
I remember when Pokerev did that. Yeah, he did the diamond 1 in 1,000. So he did that. That gave you insight into how many of these packs he was making. He made a 36,000 pack run. 1 out of 1,000 of them had the first edition pack. I feel like I've seen more than 2. I don't know if anyone has a Discord or a website or whatever that's tracking those, but I feel like I've seen a handful myself, and I've not been looking. I've probably seen 4 or 5 first edition cards pulled from those packs without having sought that out at all. Oh God.
I like it.
Wild even for Mr. Walrus.
Did you see? I saw a little clip that Golden's auctioning a carton of the cigarettes that could have the
T206.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I wonder what that'll probably go for some crazy amount of money. But that's wild to still have a whole carton of those.
He who shall not be named. He ripped a pack of that stuff. Actually, didn't Ken Golden too?
Him and Logan on the Netflix show.
So Ken and Logan ripped one, but I think Voldemort also ripped one on like Instagram randomly.
Man.
I could be misremembering that, but I want to say sometime last year he did that. Back when I was on speaking terms with him and utilizing his service. I'm on the Golden homepage and I don't see it listed. What would that even be called?
It's the July vintage auction.
It's probably like lot number 1, right?
I would imagine. I have no idea. I would imagine it has to be, though. I just saw a little reel that he did on Instagram this morning.
Maybe it hasn't gone live yet because I don't see it. But yeah, it would be wild for that not to be front page while it's live.
Yeah.
This, again, bad timing taking these comments. I'm telling you, in 1 to 2 years, the hobby is going to be too efficient and the barriers of entry are going to be too low for people. This is with respect to like all the apps, all the automation, being able to list 1,000 cards in an hour. I've heard a lot of conversation and I've spoke with people on like, well, what are your thoughts on is there going to be too much competition? Are the barriers to entry going to get too low that all the margins will go away because it's too easy for everyone to compete in a finite space or whatever?
I don't think so. I think with all the apps and the listing tools are going to help you, but you still have to have knowledge in order to set yourself apart from someone who's just relying on these apps and stuff. And then you have like the whole like manual part of this, actually negotiating, actually shipping. AI is never going to be able to do shipping for you. Well, maybe one day we'll have robot shipping, but not anytime soon. So yeah, it's always. I think it will get easier. It has gotten easier. It'll continue to get easier. But I don't think it's a thing where every single person is going to become a seller. Look at how many questions you get just on like taxes. There's still so many people, and you still I dealt with that not recently, but like a couple weeks ago. Someone I said, hey, can you do PayPal? And he's like, I'd rather not do PayPal. I haven't set up my LLC yet. Why are you setting up an LLC for selling me $500 of cards? You don't need that.
No.
Um,
Yeah, the whole LLC thing that people dive into without knowing what it is, what it means, why they think they need it. That's one of the most common missteps that people make. Not to say that there's nobody in the space that would benefit from having one, but it's one of the most common, like, oh, I need an LLC, when you really do. It's kind of like, it's going back to the blackjack thing. If you want to hit 17, I don't care. But like, I don't want you hitting 17 thinking that it's the right thing to do. So it's like, if you want to do an LLC, go for it. But if you're doing it because you think it's something you have to do or it's the optimal thing to do, when it's like objectively not, that's just where, like, when people are misinformed, I feel the need to try to educate. But it is wild. And I'm gonna point back to another time earlier in our podcast. I mean, I'm confident that there's going to be some amount of dummies out there that even with all this automation, even with all this efficiency, they'll still be manually listing 40 listings an hour instead of embracing our robot technology overlords that we have. So I'm bullish on our ability to make money in this space.
yeah, I think so. I don't think it's ever going away. I can't see it.
Opening that carton would be insane. The cards aren't supposed to be in the pack, so the probability is low. It's a much cooler sealed item.
I would say so, yeah.
So there's no foil in those cards, presumably. I'm not an expert with respect to any of this. I would think, though, that there would be some way, CT, X-ray, MRI, XYZ, I don't know what technology. It feels like there would be some technology that you could put that case inside of something and figure out whether or not there's actually cards in it. I could be wrong on that, but you would think that, like, it's 2026. We can list 1,000 cards an hour. It feels like we'd be able to determine whether or not there's cards inside those boxes.
Me? I don't know. If it's all...
Maybe not.
If the card's just, like, sitting in the package, I don't know. I have no idea.
I would think that there would be
with
some
the CT
way.
scanner, you can see that there's multiple cards. So maybe you can.
Yeah, you like, I would think you would be able to, because they go from what I understand, and again, I could be entirely wrong on all this. They're basically like taking a 2D slice out of whatever they're looking at. Like you look at a plane, you look at a 2D plane within something. So I would think if you were scanning across it, even though there's not going to be any foil, you're not going to be able to see the shadow of Charizard or anything like that. I would think, like, we know the dimensions of the cards, right? So I would think you would be able to look at it from every which way, every angle. I think you would be able to identify if there was a properly sized cardboard rectangle somewhere in the thing amongst the cigarettes and whatever other crap is in there. Vaguely recalling the Instagram reel that I watched, I think there's like some kind of like filler material in there too. But anyways, maybe that isn't a thing, but I feel like we probably have the technology.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
We're cooked. I don't know what that's with respect to, but
Sure.
We did talk about the Knicks game earlier. So I'm just not a huge basketball fan. It's weird because it's probably the sport I've played most in my life. I don't know what it is exactly. I just don't love the product. Put on a hockey game, put on a football game. I love the product. That is the entertainment item that is a hockey game. You turn it on, 5 dudes aside, plus the goalies, going at it on the ice, like action-packed from start to finish. Football, so much less so. Like football, significantly less exciting than hockey in many regards.
What?
So while it's going, it's as exciting, if not more. But
Mhm.
like the point I'm trying to make is like 60 minutes of runtime on the clock. The ball's only in play for 10 minutes of the 60 minutes because they run a 6-second play and then 40
Yeah.
seconds of clock goes and then they run a 6-second play. So like hockey, when the clock is running, there's action going on. A goal could be scored at any time within 5 seconds of clock running. With football, 80% of the clock running is literally the ball's on the ground and dudes are standing in a huddle. Like nothing's happening. That
I
said,
don't.
though,
I think it's so much more exciting.
I say that,
Uh,
but I would rather watch football than basketball, though. But last night, that game was nuts. That I can watch the finals in any sport. I could watch the finals in any sport whatsoever. That game was nuts. But yeah, all that to say, in the '90s, I was a pretty big Knicks fan. As big as a 10-year-old could be, 8-year-old could be, whatever. Then I was a Kobe fan. I didn't like playoffs. I would watch, not really much in the regular season ever. Season's too long. And today I'm rooting for the Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan right now, but like I'm not that invested in it. I don't care that much. But I would definitely rather see them win.
yeah,
Are,
I don't care one way or the other. I don't pay attention. I've never liked basketball. I've always thought it was boring.
I think, and this is a gripe that I have with football too. Hockey, 2 minutes left. If it's a blowout, they still play hockey to the buzzer. There might be a late goal. If it's a close game, somebody's pulling their goalie. It gets more exciting. In basketball, in football, timeout, foul shots. It's like the last 60 seconds of clock in football and basketball might take 20 minutes and have 5 commercials. That's just like kind of annoying. Whereas hockey doesn't have that at all. It actually gets better. But anyways, yeah, my fandom is definitely NHL, NFL up top, NBA way, way, way down, baseball way, way, way down.
I don't know how people watch baseball.
Yeah.
That is obnoxiously boring.
But yeah, go Knicks, go Knicks. That game last night, I said this to Spat and Bierski as it happened. It's like I will remember historic 29-point comeback in a finals game. I will remember that night like forever, probably. I will, and not even being a huge Knicks fan or whatever, just a big sports fan, and that was a huge moment. And hopefully they go on to win the championship because that would be a shame if they didn't. Hockey in person is awesome. Yes. I'm starting more questions. Soccer is so slow that even a blithering drunk can keep up with it. I'm very excited for the World Cup. So the World Cup, we're talking about sports. We might as well talk. I put in all the first 3 games that we know the schedule for. I put all the USA games in. I plan to watch them all. I'm watching RuneScape and
why are you watching this? You're not Mexican.
What?
Mexicans like soccer.
Everyone likes soccer except the United States.
I think it's a Mexican thing.
I only watch soccer for the World Cup and for the Olympics. But when I do, like I enjoy it. I enjoy it quite a bit. But it's definitely make the nets bigger. Make the nets bigger so the score is a little bit higher.
Bigger? They're already massive.
The goals are massive. They only score a goal or 2 goals a game. We
Yeah, because the goalies are so good.
No, it's not that. It's see for penalties, the goals should be smaller. You should give the goalies a chance, but for main play, the goal should be a little bit bigger. hockey's in a good spot. You get each team scoring 3, 4, 5 goals. That's like exciting. I went and I watched a few months back. I watched indoor soccer. That was fun. My team
That's
lost.
cool.
But
I actually like playing indoor soccer, or I haven't played in years. But back in college, that was a great time.
I haven't played since high school, I don't think, but yeah, indoor soccer was fun. It was a fun watch too because it was kind of like hockey meets soccer. It had the aspects of soccer, but it was higher scoring, like hockey, playing off the boards. Like indoor soccer was fun. I think I'll go to more of those games for the local team in the future. Yeah.
All my canceled comments.
Okay, starting more questions. Open to Mango says, question to confirm business accounts can send via PayPal friends and family just the same as goods and services. So like, yes, but with caveats. If you send too much, you will lose the ability to send. I pay out a lot of people via friends and family. I think I might be in the process of losing. I actually took 10 or 15 people that are like my highest volume consigners that have friends and family. And I said, look, like I'm not making you yet, but if you don't switch to ACH, it's very likely that I will lose the ability to pay you and every other consigner. Most of them were completely fine with it. They gave me their ACH details, and I switched a lot of people over from PayPal friends and family to ACH. But I know like James, Z&G Emporium, he doesn't pay with PayPal friends and family because he lost the ability to do it. He what did he do? 49 million last year.
Yeah.
Slack and couldn't even get that final million. He grew beyond the scale that friends and family will allow, so he doesn't even offer it.
Yeah.
I'm still offering it, but like I could lose it at any time. So yes, until a certain point. I try to never send them over like 10K. I've heard people losing them when they send them over 10K. I have done some over the years, but I try to not do them anymore. I've honestly, any consigner that gets a single pay over 5K, I send them a message and I say, hey, I would rather do ACH. Some people want to go to Zelle, but Zelle gets so dark above 5K as well because of limits and everything.
Yeah.
But my number one by far, ACH. Most people are ACH. Most dollar amount is ACH. Friends and family and Zelle are there though. I've pivoted a few people from Zelle over to ACH as well because if I get people getting a $6,000 payout, and I've talked about this a million times, if I have two people with say I have 5 people with a $7,500 limit, if I send a $6,000 Zelle to one of them, some people with a $7,500 limit now go down to $1,500 because the $6,000 that I sent to Bob comes off of John's limit too, right? But then other people with a $7,500 limit, I can still send $7,500. So it sometimes when you send, it chews into one person's limit, but not into the other person's limit. I don't understand it. I've asked Chase; they don't know. Like I don't know what to do with it, but it's an annoyance every week.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's so dumb how complicated it is to pay people.
Oh yeah, and once your business, you cannot accept friends and family. That does go away.
What is the advantage for like us to have? Why do we have a business PayPal account? I feel like there's no advantage, and you just can't take.
You just lose things.
Like
Probably.
why do I have a PayPal business account? I don't use a single thing. But yeah, I feel like it's useless to have.
I don't know that there's any pros that come along with it. Con is you can't. That's a good question because I don't know the answer. I don't know if there's any pros along with it.
I'm sure like if you're using like if you like actively like back when eBay and PayPal were separate, I'm sure there were advantages back then, but yeah, nowadays where I rarely use PayPal except to just send people money, occasionally get money. I don't know what the advantage is.
So Google tells me a PayPal business account helps you scale by offering features like professional invoicing. I do send invoices from time to time. So I guess that's a function I wouldn't have without it. Multi-user access for up to 200 employees or independent contractors, and seamless POS integrations. It boosts conversion by allowing customers to check out as guests or use buy now, pay later. Ooh, there we go.
Ooh,
Got to get those buy now, pay later tendies.
There we go.
Toronto 6 God says 151 singles and slabs took off in regards of pricing. With the population of PSA 10s being 10,000 plus, what would that indicate to you? We're booming.
There's not enough supply.
Yeah,
10,000 is nothing. Low
10,000
pop
is not enough. It's super low pop. Wait until we get those 8-figure pops of the future, 7-figure, 8-figure pops of the future. Anything below 100,000 will be deemed low pop someday, maybe.
There we go.
Also maybe not, but maybe.
I think it makes sense. 151. It's such an iconic set. I think it makes sense with how everything else has been going. 151 had to see a dramatic increase.
Question: what are the top 5 TCGs that have the best probability of surviving a 50% downturn in the market that's not Pokemon, Magic, or One Piece?
Oh God, I don't even know any other TCGs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about any of them to say. Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's try to name 5 more. Yu-Gi-Oh! Lorcana, Metazoo.
As far as I got.
Digimon. Isn't Walrus a Digimon fan?
I don't know if that's a TCG though. Like, do people play Digimon? I think it's like a start. Like,
I think it's CCG.
Like yeah.
Okay, I have no clue. Clearly. How dare you not?
Oh yeah.
I think I have some of that coming in like September. I ordered something Dragon Ball. Digimon is played by people. Force of Will.
I've heard of Force of Will, actually.
I've heard of Force of Will as well.
There's hundreds of players.
A couple more questions coming in. If people have questions, keep them coming. We probably will wrap by about 3:30 today. I didn't go to bed till 4. I didn't go to bed till 4:30. I'm running on 4.5 hours of sleep. I still have consigners I have to pay. I could definitely use with this not going super late. We do have a T-ball game tonight too.
Uno is still a hot TCG.
Oh man. What do you anticipate in 2027 for the year of winds and waves? A boom. So this is our new normal. We're currently not booming. I think we will boom with wind and waves. Rayquaza.
Makes sense. I can see it. I can see it. I don't know. Yeah, I think it'll be more the same. I don't know what's going to top this.
Wind and waves, though. I mean, wind makes me think of birds. Waves make me think of the water, aquatic. Quaxley checks both those boxes. Quaxley does well in the wind and in the waves. I think it's the year of Quaxley. I think he finally gets the respect he deserves. I went to I didn't go wait in line or anything, but Target did their Wave 2 drop. Oh yeah, I meant to bring that up too. Target did their Wave 2 drop. I got a Kanto starter jacket online.
Really?
Not in the store, but I got it online. Yeah, I it was 9 a.m. Was it 9 a.m. Saturday? They redropped the Kanto and the Johto. And then 9 a.m. Sunday, they dropped the Sinnoh, or maybe vice versa. I don't remember. But I was just on my phone and doing the thing, and I checked out, and I'm like, yuck, I got it. I don't want it anymore. They made too many of this. Like, I posted that in Discord, mostly as a meme, but semi like, yuck, I got it. This is not exclusive enough if I was able to get it. But but yeah, I have one of each coming. I don't know if I'll ever wear them. I'll probably wear them at some point. But I have a sickness. What's wrong with me? I bought over $1,000 worth of Legos. I bought $1,000 chair. I just spent $400 on starter jackets. Pokemon's got me. They've got me good.
You just need the pinball machine.
Oh God, yeah. And what I started to say too, and then I lost my train of thought. But Target, we went to the in-store drop too. We went like 3 hours late. We were in the area actually for a card show. I guess I should talk about those once I'm done with this story too. But they had a $50 Quaxley, a big boy Quaxley. It's not massive. Pokemon is so expensive, $50 for a damn plush. But they got me. My daughter, about as big as her, carrying that out to the parking lot. She wanted to carry it the whole.
That's awesome.
So they got me on the Quaxley. But yeah, I was at a local show. I've been hitting local shows like crazy lately. A couple weekends ago, I went to one out in Albany and one in Syracuse, same weekend. And then I just went to one in one was in Westmoreland, which is like 15 minutes from me. And then I went to another one in Syracuse. So 2 weekends in the past month, I did a Saturday and Sunday local show.
Vending?
And no, not vending, just attending. But the neighbor kid, he shows up in chat every so often, and we played craps together last night at the casino. But Ethan vended all of them. Yeah, he vended all of them. So we saw him there, and Daniel's been buying he's been buying cards for his Pokédex binder. He's down to less than 20, and he'll have all 1,025.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah. I told him we've got to complete his Pokédex binder before the next gen comes out, because then you'll run into where like when base set came out, you couldn't do a Pokédex binder until they got to Fossil, right? So we don't want to wait for the new gen, because then it's like, will we have to wait 6 months, a year, how long till every Pokemon gets a card?
Do they have binders that big?
So we're going the way Arceus intended. Where's mine? Oh, it's way over there. I'm not gonna get it. I have a 3-ring binder for my childhood collection.
Oh my goodness!
My son has like a 5-inch D-ring binder with his entire Pokédex collection in it. That is the way that Arceus intended.
There we go. That's the way to do it.
Dan, I know you're now buying some sealed products, just not just single packs. What kind of things are you buying sealed? I buy everything. I guess the spirit of the question is like, what am I buying and keeping? What am I holding? Short term, next 2 months, you remember the back garage that I have, Nick? I tore that down. So like all the stuff that I used to have
on it.
The warehouse is underway. All the stuff that I used to have in that back garage is now on my porch, in my basement, in my house, in my garage. It's a nightmare. So I'm building a warehouse because I need more space. But in the short term, part of building that warehouse is removing some space. I just lost 600 square feet tearing down the old building. So like my next 2 months is going to be super dark space-wise. I'm not going to hold on to much in the next 2 months. But the things that I want to hold are just random. Like the first partner is a good example. I broke a lot down and I stored a lot of packs. But once I have the warehouse, once I have space for more air storage, I'll keep things like the first partner sealed. Anytime there's like a big collection box, you probably remember, Nick, like years back, some Eevee, Umbreon V. It was all the evolutions in like a rainbow. Yeah. They were fanned out. I might have one case of those kicking around, but like in the future, when a product like that drops, I would set back 30 cases, especially those were so cheap at the time. But I've never kept decent quantity of stuff like that because I just don't have the space. Soon I will have the space though. So I'm excited to be able to keep stuff like that moving ahead.
That'll be exciting.
You keep like one of pretty much everything, which is crazy. But you
Yeah,
don't have
I thought
many
it'd be
cases
like
set
a
back
good for
of.
a cool display one time. But they just take up so much room.
They do.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
that's gonna be a nice little starting out shop inventory. Just be able to cover my walls in collection boxes and put them all out for sale.
I just filled up Bierski's car literally to the brim. I should have put stuff on their laps, but like ETBs, booster boxes, booster bundles, booster bundle displays, those things are mostly fine for the mega streams. If PK and Pong are listening, they're not going to fully agree with that. They hate shipping sealed product in the mega streams. But I'm never going to make them. Well, I say this, and they're going to say something here too, because I definitely have. From time to time, like big Sun and Moon era collection boxes that are like $500. I'm never going to make them sell or ship $25, $30, $40, $50 collection boxes that are this big. So
yeah.
all that stuff just went down to Bierski. I sent him a lot of airy products. He did take a bunch of booster boxes and ETBs and other better stuff too. But it is nice to make the store feel more filled out. And shout out to Boxed Nostalgia store down in Belvedere, New Jersey. Because he's got a lot of shelves. He's got a lot of like space filled in with. I mean, there's a reason they make the products, right? Because they perform well at retail. They catch the eye, so it's good to have them for sure.
Do you know how big his store is?
Like square footage. If I had to guess, why guess when we have the internet? I can literally just look it up. Realtor.com. This is not it.
Yeah, I thought of that. Because the one I'm looking at is 1,000 square feet.
I don't think it's 1,000. I would guess it's several hundred.
Okay.
I'm not finding.
Yeah, that's fine. I can always ask him.
I think it's several hundred though. 800-ish, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised because I was looking it up the other day because like I don't know what does 1,000 square feet look like before I actually went and saw it. It's actually a decent size. I was surprised to learn my dad's original coin shop, which I was back in. This would have been 2006, so I was back in middle school. And his original coin shop was 650 square feet. And back then, I remember it being like this not a massive store, but like a big store. And it was literally so small. So yeah, I think 1,000-ish is decent. I was really excited about getting. I had one that was 1,400 square feet. And it was kind of broken up like 1,000 square feet in the front and then 500 square feet as like a back office and storage room. But that one got rented, unfortunately.
Yeah, a lot of it depends on layout too. I like the setup of Bierski's. Definitely go check out his Instagram. We did a live stream from his shop and we kind of walked through it. But it's got like just a big open area, which is like the main retail area. Out front, it's like rectangle, and in the corner he's got the display and the checkout, the register or whatever there. And then all around the walls, he's just got collection boxes. In the cases, he's got his slabs and singles. He's got shelves behind with all the packs. But it's solid, I would say. It's and then in the back, it's got like a room in the back left for storage, just overflow, excess product. And then in the back right, there's a bathroom. And then in the back, there's like a streaming room. So 1,000 square feet could be very different depending on layout.
Yeah. The one I'm looking at now is just a big rectangle. So it's basically like 40 by 20. And then a tiny closet for storage and a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I will be right back, though.
Okay.
I gotta run to the bathroom.
I'll take one that's more for me. Ramsey says, Dan, you previously said you're watching more life advice style stuff rather than just Pokemon videos. Is there any recommended channels, books, or resources you would be happy sharing? So I need to read at some point. Anytime I'm asked about books, I have so many books that I've not yet read, but I guess I'm not going to bring them up here, but I have 40-Hour Work Week. I have The Intelligent Investor, The Simple Path to Wealth, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Millionaire Next Door. Some of these I've read, some of these I haven't yet, but I think of the ones that I've read, I was happy with all of them. Finance content, I've been listening. It's finance geared, but it's not always about finance. I really enjoy the Iced Coffee Hour podcast with Graham and Jack. I watch Afford Anything podcast with Paul LePant and Joe Salcihai is his name. Then there's just some like random ones that my algorithm pushes to me, and I don't like follow every one, but there's like a handful of just different like financy type podcasts that I listen to. I think that covers most of it. But yeah, this week I'm watching nothing on YouTube with the Dead Man All Stars going on. The final will be live in person in Chicago on Father's Day weekend. So three things that I really wanted to do, only can do one of them. But Father's Day weekend, Vegas Collecticon, not doing that one. Chicago, the Field Museum, and Dead Man All Stars finale is live in person in Chicago. And I'm gonna be in Pennsylvania on like a family trip with the Cub Scouts. So that's gonna be a lot of fun too. But it sucks when three things land on one weekend and you can only do one of them. Speaking of the Field Museum, have you gone there?
I actually have not yet. I do want to go at some point, but I have not been yet. We were I Pikachu was in Chicago last weekend. And so I hung out with him on Saturday, and we were right in the area, but we didn't go. But they had the Pokemon Go Fest there. I didn't realize how big that was. That's like an actual like official thing. They had all kinds of like pop-up shops, like a merch store, and then all kinds of like tents and stuff. And there was a ton of people there. It was wild to see. So that was kind of cool. But the museum, one of the people from the streams went, and we met up for lunch afterwards. And he said it's kind of a small section. Like, I thought it was going to be like this big thing, but he said it's kind of small.
Oh, Ghetto got wrecked on E90 Silver. Is that a Dragon Ball card? They're talking about Dragon Ball.
Fusion World?
Opened Mango wants me to put something up on. Oh, this one. I was gonna say I can't even find it. Let me share screen. I don't know what I ordered. What's coming? Dragon Ball Fusion people. What's coming in September? Because I think I ordered like 16 cases of something. Hopefully it makes me money. But $23.50.
Jesus. That is insane. How many packs in there?
6 months ago, it was $200.
Jesus.
Is that real? Is this all real? A year ago, it was $170. A lot sold, and then it was just dead. Like there wasn't much volume going on. I guess a few boxes here and there each week, but not a ton of volume at this new high price. But yeah, most recent sale says not applicable.
I think that means none of soul. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like none sold, but yeah, there definitely were some sales above 2,500. Um, I know nothing of. I never watched Dragon Ball Z. I actually tried. I know we've talked about this a bunch over the years in Pokeflipz. I've tried Naruto. I tried Dragon Ball Z. Like I tried watching some animes, and I'm just not an anime enjoyer. I guess.
I don't know how people watch animes.
And like One Piece. There's over 1,000 episodes. Oh, like 750 of them are just filler. Like you can skip. You only have to watch 1 through 63, and then pick back up at 249 and go to 286, and then I don't understand any of that. I don't desire to understand any of it. I guess I did to some extent. It was back when I bought that massive collection. This is like 2.5, maybe 3.5 years ago. I bought a 50K collection that had all the grails from Naruto, that had all the grails from Dragon Ball. So like I learned a little bit. I learned a little bit about like the Naruto Susanoo card, and I tried watching the anime to like engage with it, and it didn't it didn't do anything for me. Don't you dare hate it. I'm not hating on it. It's just not for me. What I ordered is probably FB11. Am I gonna make money or am I gonna get destroyed? Geto is not blaming me for the poor performance on the Fusion World card. Just Fanatics is behind the times. So get over on the Fanatics for some cheap prices on Grail Fusion World cards. Usually the highest demand for a set is day one. Is it possible to have higher demand for a set that isn't day one? It's a good time to take this question.
Every set that's coming out. If you wanna get in on singles, you gotta buy day one.
I think a good example though is, and the volume is not there, so maybe this is not the right way to say it, but like, look at this. I guess the demand, yeah, the volume is nowhere near what it was in the early days, but I think it's possible. I think it's very possible for, especially if it's a newer TCG, and I think One Piece to some extent is this. And even Pokemon right now, like there definitely is. There's more demand overall for Paldea Evolve probably than there was on day one, because at the time it was just it was
remember what was it, the Iono was the chase card in the beginning. I don't know what the pricing on the Magikarp was, but the Iono was the big chase in Paldea, and nobody wanted that set.
It depends on how you define it though, because if you go by like market volume, today's market volume would not be as high. But so yeah, it's kind of a weird thing, like depending on how you define it, I think.
Yeah.
But anyways.
But yeah, look at recently. Like you had the Phantasmal Charizard. That one's just gone up in price. You got the Trikachu from Ascended. That one's just gone up in price. It's getting. I think if you want these singles now, you gotta buy day one, which is like so weird from everything that happened before.
Walrus, did I make money selling that Susanoo Black Label for like, what was that, $4,000 or something? Was that a good sell, or is that worth like 50 grand now, like everything else?
Oh, did you see the podcast of the guy who bought the Black Label Bubble Muse?
That is the one exception for or no. Yeah, I did see that one too. I listened to that one actually on a recent drive.
That was just insanity. He basically bought the golden one as a troll bid because he didn't want the other guy to win it. That is wild.
A rich person. It was interesting to hear how he talked about rich people as a rich person. Like obviously there's levels to it. I couldn't get a real good vibe. He constantly kept saying how little money $250,000 was. Mm-hmm. But then he was also saying about like going over his budget and like maybe he's a low deca millionaire. Nick will be back, but I was trying to get a frame of reference for like how much his net worth would have been. My best vibe on it would have been low 8 figures, maybe. But I could be entirely wrong there. But yeah, I mean, 8 figures wealth to me is rich, but then there's levels to it, right? You go all the way up to we're about to have our world's first trillionaire coming up relatively soon, I think. Absolutely insane. If someone like that were to ever get into Pokemon and just want everything, yeah, with the threat of legal action, I can no longer say I had bought both views.
Yeah, I had to run and grab a. I hate having to sign for packages.
Yeah,
it's so annoying. I had to go run and grab something.
You just gotta get a Dropbox.
I should. Would make things easier.
They still wouldn't want to leave it there. I don't think that was. There was not many nice things about the pandemic, but where they would exempt you from having to sign things, that was nice.
Yes, that was very nice. Nice.
One of the few silver linings. Naruto still stagnant, pricing the same on most things. Glad I dumped them all. What I thought you were gonna say though, the podcast. Did you see that? There's like a billionaire podcast. It's got Scaramucci. And then
I've enjoyed that actually. Some of their takes are just wild millionaire talk. But I thought the first episode was good. I really liked the second episode because it had Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars, and
I haven't listened to that one yet.
I am such a fangirl for him. I'll watch anything that he is on. So yeah, that one was pretty good too. But yeah, I'm glad it sounds like Jeremy is going to be like a regular co-host, which I like that because I hate that Scaramucci guy. He is I don't like him.
So but, whose Jeremy, podcast is it?
I think it's his podcast.
The Scaramucci guy, right?
Yeah. Because it's the Treasure Hunters podcast or something like that.
I was trying to find it in my watch later. Treasure Trove. It only has 299 views, and it was posted yesterday. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. That is wild.
I guess we'll give this up and coming podcast a shout. I'm gonna link it in the chat.
Just up and coming podcast.
Just these billionaires that everyone knows that they're only getting 299 views. But yeah, episode 1, it was Scaramucci, Padour, Ken Golden, and then I don't know who the fourth guy was, but
I had no idea who he was. No.
So Scaramucci and Padour, it's their pod. It sounds like. Then
it sounds like it is because Padour was in the second episode too as like a co-host.
We should see if they want to come on Pokeflipz to grow their channel. Oh God.
But yeah, that's been a good one. I've enjoyed that. But yeah, no, the amount of money that people have is just, oh my God. It's wild.
It is losing too much money yesterday and just the constant state of life in this Pokemon market that we live in has me so messed up when it comes to money. Like it's wild to think how much Pokemon has provided, but there are people that just have $50 million liquid cash out there. There are people that are just worth $1 billion, and they could spend. That would like my brain is already messed with because I'm out here buying $1,000 chairs and going and playing blackjack like a demon, and I couldn't even imagine. If I had $100 million.
No.
How I would interact with the world and what I would do, and like it's just mind blowing to even try to comprehend that scale.
Mm-hmm. It is for sure.
As a kid growing up, the draw to Pokemon was, wouldn't it be cool to have Pokeballs that have Pokemon in them? Do kids more or less believe that today? Yeah, I've definitely had conversations with my son where, like, imagine if Pokemon was real and going out and going to the Viridian Forest and catching the Pikachu. And, like, I think that, like, bit of wonder, I think that bit of dreaming about that, like, I think that still exists, yes. I mean, I
Do they?
still have
What do
that
your
dream.
kids think about pricing? Do they talk about that? Because I don't know. But it seems like every like vendor POV you see, it's these like hustling little kids who know pricing and talk pricing and all that. Do your kids know what their cards are worth or talk about the value or anything like that? Or
That's
is it
one thing
too?
I worry about it a little bit because like I'm an adult. I've had some amount of years of my life with like a healthy relationship with money, and Pokemon's only fried some of that in the past 5 years. But like when a new set comes out, I have hundreds of boxes and ETBs and thousands of packs, and trying to communicate like these packs are $10 a pack. We can't just open 100 of them. Like that's a lot of money. That's too much money to just spend. Like birthday, Christmas, whatever. You can get some, you can get more, but like we can't just open $1,000 of every new set every time it drops. So, but my son definitely has interest. Um, he's building the Pokédex binder. A lot of times, what I'll do is I'll go to a show with him. He'll get $20, and it's like trying to demonstrate to him that you can get whatever ones you want that fall under the 20. Do you want to buy one of the cooler looking ones for 20, or do you want to buy 20 different $1 singles from binders and go on the hunt? And he's kind of gone like both ways with that over time. Now it's getting a lot more tight. He has less than 20 left, so like there's not as much freedom of choice. It's like if it's there, buy it because there's only a handful left. But it's definitely interesting to see the little 7-year-old brain working, trying to like optimize what to buy and what to do. And but like I said, my relationship with money is so messed up because it's like, oh, I'll buy that $1,000 chair because like I just made that on my last PSA sub. I just made that getting a pristine on that big card that I cracked from a PSA 9 or whatever. It's so like arbitrary. Whereas back when I was an engineer, back when you were on the ship, you used to like I have to go sell my soul and my time for a week, and then I'll get my $1,000 whatever dollar paycheck from that. And it was a lot more like, oh, that chair, I got to go sell 40 or 50 hours of my life for a week to net enough money to buy that chair. Now it's like, no, I just made that the other day on this, so like let me just YOLO it. Little scary.
Yeah, for sure.
We literally just talked about this like 5 or 10 minutes ago, so best to just rewind. We didn't say that much about it. I think some people get like really emotional and fired up about what people do with their money, and they really hate that there's these rich people that can just buy whatever. But like it is what it is. If the existence of someone that has excessively more than you will ever have in your entire life, if that like causes you pain or discomfort or whatever, don't engage with the content. You're going to have a bad time because like there are millions of people on this planet that have more money, more net worth than most people watching, myself included, will ever generate in our entire lifetimes. Like that's just capitalism. That's just what it is. It's not inherently good or bad, in my opinion, at least. I know some people would push back on that, but it just is. And it doesn't affect you whatsoever if you don't let it. That's my take on that. All this stuff is luxury goods that no one needs, right?
Yeah. I actually really enjoyed that part where, because like the guy won it, we're all thinking, oh, wow, that's an insane price. So why would anyone pay that? And then he literally comes on the podcast and says, I paid an insane price. This card should not be worth nearly this much. So it was kind of like refreshing to see that it's not something that he believed in or something that he's investing in or whatever. He just has a ton of money and was bored one night.
And I think sometimes all of us, I'm including myself here, all of us collective brokies, I think we like attribute a lot more emotion and everything to it, and we try to put like meaning around what's this worth and what's that worth relative to that. And a Cheeto sold for 80 grand because some rich dude got a laugh out of it. Two rich dudes got a laugh out of it and bid against each other. Like, all this stuff is made up. I think it's easier to tell, and with a single Cheeto, one of one Cheeto, with a one of two Black Label Mew, the less of them there are, the more insane it can get. But like Moonbreon is the same exact thing. Gray Felt Hat Pikachu is the same exact thing. It's all made up. All the prices are made up. Like we spend so much time trying to think like this is undervalued relative. It's all made up. What the Paldea Evolved Magikarp, what the Sleepy Tyranitar, what the Gengar VMAX, like it's all like a price doesn't have to be some certain percentage or some certain ratio to another card. Like they can all just be whatever people collectively decide. The fewer amount of them out there, the more crazy it can get again with a $250,000 Bubba Mew or whatever. But I think sometimes people think these things are actually intrinsically, inherently worth something. No, we just collectively come to decide that as a market. And that is very fickle and that can change very quickly. But there was another place I was going to go with that and then I lost it. I don't remember. Oh, one bit of drama that was addressed there too. eBay, and I'm not just saying this because I have a Fanatics service. I'm saying this because it's objective fact. eBay is a bad place to auction $100,000 plus items for many reasons. Golden, Heritage, Fanatics, places that actually vet buyers and that will actually ban buyers and stuff if they don't pay are way better for selling six-figure items. The guy spoke with multiple reps, said that he was approved to bid to 250 grand or whatever. He went to bid and it didn't take his bid. Scott Pratt years ago sold a Japanese trophy Pika and multiple people in the space tried bidding. Bid didn't go through. I think some of that's wild work on behalf of the bidders. I understand sniping and I've never done it myself really, but it's like, how do you not do a trial bid? How do you not put in some amount like that? Some of that was self-induced, but anyways, they canceled the original sale on eBay at like 180K. And then the guy just like opted to pay 250 again or whatever, or $1 more than the first one. I think it was.
Yeah.
So, and this is the thing that throws me too. It's like, it's all arbitrary. It's all made up. Who the hell cares? I'm not affected. You're not affected. The only two people affected are the buyer and the seller. The seller's happy. The buyer's happy. All this drama about like they canceled at 180K and he paid more. Who cares? That's my take on it. Like who the hell cares? Is it pumping the market? Is it shilling? Is it this? Is it that? Like, it's public record that the card went for auction, went 180. It's like them doing the buy it now transaction at 250 doesn't remove from history. And I guess maybe 10 years from now, if you look back at price trackers, maybe you won't see that 180 that it happened. But like, I don't understand people being so worked up over things like that I think are really like nothing in the grand scheme of things.
I don't get it at all. I don't get it.
Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely dangerous. I'm consciously inflating my lifestyle, which I talked about in a video I made a couple months ago on my annual spending. but like trying to optimize getting the best return out of the additional spend is definitely something at the forefront that I want to keep at the forefront that I feel like sometimes I definitely miss on. But Golden Boy Troy recently got in with Distro, trying to build spend, taking on different TCGs like MetaZoo, Pal World, Weiss, and Cookie Run, struggling to move product. Any advice? I don't do that. I don't buy garbage that I can't move. Not to call MetaZoo garbage, but all the other ones. I was gonna say it before somebody in chat said it, before Walrus in chat said it. But I don't buy sleeves. I don't buy all those things because it I think even if you eventually do get a little bit more Pokemon allocated, I don't think it's plus EV overall. I think the opportunity cost of the tied up cash flow, the mental energy, the time to go through and find all the stuff to throw in your cart and buy. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't engage with that. I know Brian talks about it all the time. He does story sales of like supplies at distro cost. He just moves things for like break even. I don't think that's worthwhile, at least not for me. So I don't do anything like that. One thing I'll add too, every distro is different. Some distros, if you buy Weiss, you don't get more Pokemon. I think most distros, if you buy Weiss, you don't get more Pokemon. Some do, some don't. So like I would verify with your distro that like what you're doing is even going to help, because it might not be. Imagine spending all that time, effort, energy, money, and then realizing that like, oh, we don't calculate spend in that way. We only count Pokemon spend.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say verify that. And then I would more so like focus on like buying your card supplies through distro. Just like stuff you actually need.
Yeah. With that though, what happens if there's something better for resellers to buy that isn't Pokemon? For a short time, I think that was One Piece, right? I think we had a couple months span where everyone was leaving Pokemon for One Piece and yada yada yada. And
yeah, you really don't hear about One Piece anymore. Is it still a thing? Did it die out, or is it still like
I hope so, because I just got like 12 cases of something. Is the new set? It's all going to be going to DC Sports and Arizona TCG, and I get my allocation and I auto sell it. But I think it's still doing big things. I think it just cooled quite a bit. But yeah, like I don't know. People are always going to be chasing the latest greatest thing. I learned at the local show too, but well, multiple local shows. The Nidos or whatever. Have you heard of Nido? They're like squishy toy things. They're like all the rage now. They're selling for a bit, like they're getting scalped, all these different things. And then there's like these dumplings. So it's like a squishy dumpling thing. It's in a little container. You open it up, you can get a sparkly one, a glitter one, you can get a rainbow one. It's a blind box mystery.
So it's the new Labubu.
It's like a blind box mystery gambling for kids. Anyways, apparently they're $5 in stores. My daughter wanted one; it was $10, so she got scalped by some local vendor. It's I'm not yucking yums. My daughter seems to love it, but it's a squishy dumpling toy thing. See, I didn't understand Labubu really either. I don't know. It's great that consumers are just constant shiny object money allergy, because I say this as somebody who just spent $400 on starter jackets, who spent like I am a part of this problem too, but it makes it easy to make a lot of money selling to consumers when they're just falling over themselves to throw money at everything and anything all the time. All this conversation about the economy and this and that and inflation, and people are out here buying squeezy, squishy dumplings for double and triple MSRP. Like, what are we doing? And going to the casino, seeing how packed all the tables were, people losing money left and right. I lost a decent bit there. I was probably not in the top 50 for the amount of money that people lost in that casino that day. When I went to the bank before I needed some cash. Before I need it again because I lost it all. But at the bank, I got a new teller. My two normal tellers were on the sides, and I had a new one in the middle. 3 people were helped on each side as she was withdrawing the cash from me. 2 people, one person went in with their Chase credit card. They got a $400 cash advance. And it was probably a 20-year-old kid. And he was very concerned with like, hey, I have paperless statements. This won't send any mailing to my house, will it? Are you sure?
God.
And the teller had no clue. Can you check with somebody? Can you find a manager? Can you find someone who would know? It was like a 20-year-old kid getting a $400 cash advance on his credit card and very concerned. Probably a parent, could have been a girlfriend, whatever, but like very concerned that somebody at home wouldn't find out that he was doing that. Hopefully he was at least going and buying Ascended at MSRP to scalp it to me or someone like me. Hopefully he was at least making money with it. But then on the other side, someone was paying a credit card bill and late payments and penalty interest and all this like scary stuff out there. Scary stuff out there. And I hope they weren't going and buying Nitos and dumplings for their kids or whoever. I have done that math, and we've talked about it multiple times too. Eli, publicly in a podcast. Do you remember the number, Nick? I feel like we might add a 0 every time. We might inflate it every time, but I think he would have made like $17 million if he had just sold everything. What was it? Like, it was actually like 300 grand or something. It was hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was gonna
say 300 for whatever set we were talking about.
Like, he could have just literally sold everything, not done anything. But yeah, and this is a rant that I might have in a video sometime soon. You know, the whole gross versus net versus blah 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 blah. Some people get like all, and I think some of it goes back to the whole, it doesn't affect you. Like, I made a video, 9.3 million in gross. Some people in the comments, gross doesn't mean anything. People say it on podcasts. People say it everywhere. Even if you tell someone your net, context is missing. If you showed someone your IRS filing, context is missing. It's like, say like, it's meaningless to other people, or it should be at least. Say the number's 500,000. Well, then you get into, well, how much of that was just from selling your allocation in, not doing any work? How much of that was capital? Like, how much of that was what's the word I'm looking for? Just like investment returns, investment gains, capital gains versus like actual work. So if you buy a binder collection and you buy it for $1,000 and you list 1,000 cards individually for $3 each and you net $2 each, you double your money. That's all work. That's all labor. So, but like say you buy a case of gray felt hats and you planned on making $5,000, but you ended up making 50 accidentally. Is that 50 net? Is that true and fair and real? And is that fine to add to the number? The point I'm trying to make, very poorly, I think, is that like people say that gross doesn't count, doesn't mean anything. They need to know your net. But then the next thing they'll do, if you told them your net, they would try to pick apart, well, some of that was the gray felt hat and that wasn't skill, that was luck, and some amount of it was this. So it's a battle. Not even that it's a battle, but it's a conversation that's just never going to end because people care too much about other people's situations that don't affect them whatsoever. It's really, really weird. And I'm not trying to be mean towards this comment or anything, but I roughly know, and it's a big, stupid number. I made a big, stupid number net last year.
Off a distro?
Yeah. If I only took my distro allocation And
No, you would. It would be like a fraction of what you made.
Nat,
Yeah.
I,
You think
I
it's that? You think it's a big percentage?
I'm not saying it's a big percentage, but it's a big number.
Oh,
It
well, yeah. But I
because
think
I
it's
just
a fraction of your total profit.
I mean I know both numbers. It's it's not negligible. Again, like there's so many different numbers. At some point, clearly, I need to put more thought into this because I don't even know how to
I don't
convey the
know.
message that
I
I'm
think
trying to give.
if we're similar, I think you're overestimating.
I mean, just perfect order. I pay 100 a box. They're going for 200.
Yeah.
I got 100 something boxes. That's 10 grand. That's 10 grand on the booster boxes.
Yeah.
And that's one of the lower ones. Phantasmal was higher, Destin was higher. So like Sam, and that's the booster boxes. Then there's the ETBs. Then there's all the other stuff. The first partners, I didn't sell them in the market, but if I did, if I had just sold, like, it's probably damn near $100,000.
Me. I guess if you factor all
Some
that
of some
stuff.
of my One Piece was nutty. I get One Piece too, and some of that was insane. So I probably netted $100,000 last year, and some of it I sold, and some of it I didn't sell. Some of it I sold later. Some of my Phantasmal I sold immediately, and then some of it I sold a month later for even more. So
Mhm.
again, like if I just made a video and I said I netted exactly this much money, the next thing would be people picking it apart, like, well, XYZ, this doesn't count, that doesn't count, consignment. It's not even worth having the as I'm having the conversation. It's not even worth having the conversation. It's not even worth putting it out there because for the people whom it doesn't affect, for the people who get all worked up over people sharing gross numbers, they'll never be satisfied. They would never be satisfied with any answer. So you say what you gross. Gross doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean anything. Consignment doesn't mean anything. Drop shipping doesn't mean anything. It's like, well, a lot of people overvalue what they do and they think that only what they do is the proper way and in the appropriate way and it's the best way. So like and some of that's I think out of insecurity, some of that's out of whatever. But it's just a weird it's a weird thing that this space is heavy on from time to time. From time to time it'll pop up and people are
Mhm.
just really strange about concerning themselves with other people's numbers that don't affect them. But I think that's like
Yeah.
that's just the human condition. People worry way too much about things that don't affect them that they can't control.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um. Oh, and Pokin Fun met net.
Ah,
Is
see,
gambling a human thing, or do you think this always happens for intelligent life in the universe? I think it's a human thing. The serotonin, the way that we're wired, I guess I don't know if the way that we're wired is inherent or required of intelligent life. I think there could be theoretically intelligent life wired in a way where the reward receptors aren't there. So it might be just a human thing, is what I would say.
I would agree. I would agree.
With that though, I think we caught up on all the questions. Oh, when do all the packs run out? Someday. I don't know when, but
Never.
then we're gonna
No.
boom.
You're
I
never gonna
mean,
run out of packs.
I mean,
Look at
run
Ken
out
Bone still
entirely.
opening a T206 pack. No, they just get more and more expensive until it's not worth opening, but they
Yeah,
never run out.
they self-modulate, and even packs that aren't worth opening still get open though. Like people are crazy. People gambling. People will because what reverse hollows did. Like there were so many EX era packs that you wouldn't think about opening, and then the reverse hollows went bonkers. So it's like, oh, I could get a $25,000 reverse hollow PSA 10 now in any pack, even a light pack.
Yeah.
Uh, Arceus finds a way to provide. But with
Yeah.
that, anything you want to shout out before we wrap up here?
No, I don't think so. It's the usual. Appreciate you guys watching.
Yep. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks Bierski and Spat for visiting. I don't know if they even listen to Pokeflipz, but Had a good time with them. That was a blast. But yeah, appreciate everyone watching. Go check out Nick on eBay Live. Go check out his how many weeks? 7 weeks? Have you posted YouTube videos in a row?
It's probably, I think we started the end of February. So March, April, May.
Oh, a lot more than that.
4, 8, 12, like 12 weeks.
Holy crap. You're crushing it.
We're on a roll. I do have to I don't know. I do have to record a video today. I completely procrastinated. So I gotta get something ready to go up tomorrow.
Sounds like we might be missing it tomorrow. I actually, last thing I'll say, and then we can wrap, but I had been doing monthly or weekly lives, solo lives, because we're booming. Yeah. I just didn't feel it this week. I've been so into the RuneScape content. I've been so out of the Pokemon content. Beerski and Spat came on my normal night, so it's like I'm not going to do it then. I just it's like I had Pokeflipz already, so it's like I don't know what I'm going to talk about in Pokeflipz. I don't want to go live this week.
That's so unlike you.
I honestly, 10K is coming soon. I might take a little YouTube break from the main channel posts. I'm not locked in on it, but not that I'm burnt out or anything, but I think it will just be refreshing to take a little siesta from it. Maybe 10K. Maybe I enjoy that, and then I just retire from YouTube altogether. Who knows? Hit 10K, delete the channel.
There we go. There we go.
We'll see though. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. There may or may not be more content in the future, but I'm back to. I'll be live next week. I'll be live the weeks that we're not live on Pokeflipz. So,
Open Mango, thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, appreciate you, Open Mango, for the 5 very much. But with that, we'll leave the 5 super chat on screen. Appreciate you all. We appreciate Open Mango a little bit more for the super chat. But yeah, hope everyone has a great rest of their day, night, whatever you got going on. We appreciate you all watching. We will catch you all later.